good morning, and welcome to Coffee and Card Round 8. Back with another little headwear today. Well, this one on Thursday night for Paper Crafts and Piano. I'm just going to move and say hello and sit down. Oops, that was a bit close. Let me put the camera in the holder. And just check that everything's okay. Okie dokie. So good morning. Oh, I've only got a couple on this morning. I know I've had a few messages from people saying that they couldn't make it today. So I've now gone down to one person watching. So I hope that there are some people on and everything's working okay. I can see it on my laptop, so I'm presuming it's all fine. So if you are there, please don't let me be on my own on a Tuesday morning, and please say hello. I've got my cup of tea. Looks rather dark, that one today. I would show you my mug, which is my lovely Empire State Building mug, which is, I've not got a mucky mark on my cup. It's like got a pattern inside. But I can't turn it over because I'll tip the tea out. So yeah, a year ago today, we were in New York, Craig and I, ice skating today in Central Park. So I wish I was doing that again. But anyway, I'm here doing this. So all Lorraine's on and Jill's on. Hi, girls. So it's round 8 of Coffee and Card. It's a little bit different, this one, because it's the first time I've included a set of dies for the cutting machine. Because the stamp set was only available in the bundle with the dies. So I'm just looking at my list of people. Margaret, little Margaret, if you're watching, I'll have your kit for tomorrow. I will WhatsApp you today because yours was a little bit late. And Kath and Julia, I believe, I got a package late last night. I'd been in the bath. It was about 7 o'clock, and I think it's your dies. I just said, can I leave it on the doorstep? And then I went and retrieved it, but I've not even opened it yet. I think it's your dies. So I'll have a look at that, and I'll be in touch about collection tomorrow so you can have your dies. I got the kits sent out super early, so hopefully people got the kits. So we are using the curvy, quite curvy. I've just realised I've not even got the dies out, Julie. I thought I was super organised this morning, and it's been a bit stressful this morning and last night because of the sale. So some items went on sale and some were 50% off, and then some of the clearance rack, this really good bargains on the clearance rack. So it's been a little bit fraught. I've had quite a few orders, which is fantastic, but it's been a little bit fraught, and I stayed up late last night as well. So yeah. So included was the quite curvy stamp set and the curvy dies, and then the watercolour pencils. Hi, Julie, but we're not actually using water. We're just going to use them as pencils. But I can show you how you would do that. And you do need a black ink pad, and I'm using Memento, which you wouldn't normally use with a watercolour pencil, but because we're not using water, it should be fine. All right, now this is the first time I've done, and this is today's card, and look, I didn't realise when I put my jumper on this morning, I'm all matchy with the card. So this is today's card, and we are die cutting, and it's the first time I've done, as I said, die cutting on the Coffee and Card. So I've not pre-done mine. I'm going to do it as I go along. So the stamps that we're going to use today are this big leaf one. We're going to use Hooray for You. So it's like a congratulations card, really. And I'm going to use this little bird here. There's 3 birds. 2 are facing one way and one's facing the other. So you might need a bigger block. If you haven't got a big block, then you might have to put it on a book or a DVD or something. It's quite a big stamp. So let's open our pack, because I designed these cards like forever ago, and I just forget how I've done them. Oh, we are very quiet this morning. I did get a few messages though saying people busy. Is everybody doing the Christmas shopping? So we've got a lovely piece of ribbon. We've got the card base. And then we've got 2 pieces of Whisper White that are exactly the same. Now, one of the pieces is to, if you can see, you can't really see it very well because of the foliage, but it's to cut this curve with the curvy edge and the dots. And then the other piece, it was just easier to do your 2 exact pieces. Hi, Deanne. The other piece is to stamp your foliage and stamp a bird, and you will have more than you need. Hi, Ali. You've remembered today. Fantastic. So we're up to 8 now. We might get double figures. So what I'm going to do first is with one of the pieces and my mat, I'm going to stamp my foliage piece. Now, you might have enough for 2 of these if you go wrong cutting one out as well. Yeah, look, you're going to have plenty of room. There we go. And then I'm going to stamp a little bird. Actually, I'm wondering where to do that. I might try and fit it there. I probably won't be able to die cut those at the same time because they're too close, but I just want to allow room in case I do cut this one out wrong. And what I would do now is, I'm just going to leave those a couple of moments, is before you start colouring, I would cut those out because you don't want to waste time colouring it beautifully and then struggle with the cutting out and not getting it accurate. So I'm just going to take my machine. Now, Julie from Pudsey, this looks different to yours. And I'm going to put my 2 base plates on. So this is my plate. I'm making a sandwich. And then I'm going to put 1 slice of bread, so 1 clear plate on. And I'm going to take this other piece of white. And I'm going to take the die that's got the dots in it. Now, Kath and Julia, yours didn't come in time, but I die cut you this piece. But what I didn't do, and what you need to do is, and I'm going to have to do this now or it might not work, is you should really, sometimes you need to poke all the bits of card out from your dies when you've finished. And if you don't, they can get clogged up. And I am the world's worst at doing what I tell everybody else to do. I'm really good at telling people to do this and do that, and then I need to listen to my own advice and do it myself. It would have been much easier to do this when I'd done my die cutting last time. Probably when I cut Kath's and Julia's out. I might just cut it and see if it works. Oh, shall I just... I'll let you catch up with your stamping maybe. And then... anyway, I've done quite a few. So what I'm going to do is... I don't know if I want... If you just pop your card on... I don't know if I want... how high I want this white. I've been quite generous. Can you see it's not that high on my card? I have given you a little bit more, but it does curve up. So I'm looking at probably having, it's maybe a couple of inches, 1 3/4 inches here. So I'm just going to pop it like that. Maybe go a bit up. And then I'm going to put my other clear plate on top. Just be careful it doesn't wobble about and move the die. And then I'm going to go through. Right, and after this class, I will make sure I poke the holes out from that. And then you are left with that. Hi, Kay. You're left with that. Okay, that gorgeous border. All right. And now the next thing I'm going to do, and you can come back on your platform, you don't have to go back to the same side, but it's probably easier to see on the video, is I'm going to take my dies to cut out the foliage and the bird. And just make sure you've got the correct bird. And I'm probably going to do these one at once. So what we do is we put the lip, the bit that sticks up, that faces down, and you just need to, it will sit nicely around the image, and you might just need to manoeuvre it just to make sure it's hugging the image, okay? And then we're going to pop, yeah, you see I couldn't fit the bird on as well. We're going to pop our plate on top. Now you have to be really careful that it doesn't move, and then you're going to push, just let that drop, and it traps it. Now, mine moved a little smidge, but I think I'll get away with it. And then we're going to roll that through. Oh, I've got double figures now. I've got 10. And a few of you have done a thumbs up, so thank you. And then I'm going to remove my die. And then look, we've got that. So look, it did move a little bit there, and I've got a bit more of a white edge there, but I can trim that, that's fine. And now it looks like my little birdie's feet are just a little bit cut off, but his feet sort of sit under the foliage, so that's okay. Now this is quite tricky. If you've got a post-it note, that could hold it down. In fact, I'll show you what I mean. I've got some little mini post-it notes here. So if you had a post-it note, you could actually hold it down with the sticky side of it, little top tip. And then we'll go back through. And hopefully we'll have our little bird. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and that is my die cutting done for today. Now, those dies, the bird one, are very, very small. So I would pop it straight back in your packaging now, and I'm putting that die back in that I've not cleaned, but I will do it. So put them all away now. I'm starting to try and be really good at that, because I've lost things and then found them weeks later. So I can put this away now, and hope you've managed to get your die cutting done. Right, so we've got our card, and we've got this piece that's going to sit on there like that, yeah. And then we are going to colour this in, and that will sit on there like that. And then our little bird will tuck in there like that, and we'll stamp our hooray for you. All right, so let's do a little bit of colouring, eh? And this was ages ago when I made these, so I'll have to refresh my memory. Now these pencils, yours, if they're new, will be quite sharp. Mine are not new, so they're not as sharp, so they're a little bit, probably a bit worn in, and that's sometimes easier to colour. So we're going to take the one that says Granny Apple Green, the sort of lime green, and we're going to take the garden green today. And then I think, let me just check the colours. I can't remember, so I'm going to take the two blues. Oh, and it looks like I've lost a pencil. I've just told you that I was putting stuff away, and I've gone and lost a yellow pencil. How have I done that? Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I haven't. Just ignore me. Don't think I have. Right, so we'll start colouring the foliage, and I'm going to pop this here. Sort of zoom in a bit, eh? Is that a bit easier? Yep. So what I'm going to do to start, and you can experiment, is I'm actually going to trim this white down, because there's a little bit of an excess. So I'll just trim that down a bit. There we go. And I'm going to use the, I can't remember how I did this actually. So I'm going to start, I'll do it this way and then we'll see. I'm just going to really softly in circular motions. Now this, you can see here, my pencil is quite worn, so I don't really get lines. It's more like, because it's smoother. So I'm just going to go over the veins and do small circular motions. And I'm being a bit messy as well. And then what I'll do is with the granny apple, I'll just go over the whole thing. You know, and it looks different to the blends. It's not the same. I think I might have to invest in a pencil sharpener. I'll find one. So you can see there, you can see where the darker went over the, oh right Julie, oh it's a bit out of focus. Okay, yeah, it's tricky for you because it's your first die cutting experience. So yeah, just, and if you want to go back over the one you've done, they're quite forgiving, the pencils. You can go back and do a bit more green. So while I colour, we can chat, can't we? We can chat strictly. So I predicted the bottom two on Saturday. Craig's he's laughing because I even predict now what order they call them, put them through in. It's quite funny. I really loved Harvey's dance on Saturday to the chorus line number. I loved it. It was a little bit, it was a little bit, bless him, dodgy on a couple of the spins on the well, I would be on the landings of some of the spins. But yeah, it was great. Semi-final on Saturday. So I'm just going over the veins. So who do you want to win strictly? Let's have a vote. Right, Julie, if you haven't got a long block, can you use stick it to a book? Use a book. And I'll show you a cheats way. Okay, so imagine, right, Julie, this is your block. I mean, your stamp. And it's on something like if you've got even a chopping board or something, right? And do it the other way. So I'm going to show you with my scrap piece and hopefully it might work. For anyone who's not got a big block. So ink it up. Hopefully it might work this. This is just an alternative way. And then, oh, my piece of paper is very small. Obviously this piece might be bigger. And then pop your paper, your card, over. Don't move it, but rub from the back. If you've got some spare white, it might. I'm hoping this will be. And then look. Yeah, a CD case, a DVD. But look, I've managed to stamp it. And by doing it that way. So hopefully you can do it that way, Julie. Little solution there. And I'm glad that worked. When I did it. So I'll just keep colouring over. It's nice to do a bit of colouring in. Okay, so I've done all my dark green. And then I'm just going to go over now with the lighter one. As I say, I'm just going over in circular motions rather than lines. We're quiet on the comments today. Are we all colouring or watching? Or have we nodded off? It's going to be a little bit of a longer one, I think, today, because although it's not a difficult card, the colouring and stuff takes time. It might just be the half an hour. Okay, so you can, I've sort of rushed that a bit for purposes of the video. You can, if you want a little bit more interest, you can go back over then and make it a bit darker with the dark green on the veins. There we go. Oh, not holding that very well. Anyway, let me zoom back out now to where we were. So I've done that. Now I've got the little bird, and I can't remember which colour I used. So there's Night of Navy or Balmy Blue. Looks like I've used the lighter one. And I'm just going to go quite light on this because, and again, I'm going in circular. I want it to look a bit like a blue tip, this one. And then I think I used crushed curry, even though, yeah, I have. But I've done it really faintly. So I'm not pressing on very hard at all. And then I've got my little bird. All right. So we've got our colouring done. Now we need to stamp our greeting. Now this, you can't really do this upside down, Julie, so you might need, I'm just going to have a drink, a CD case or a DVD. Right, so the hooray for you sort of matches in with the, if you can see that, it matches in with the curve of the die cut, but I don't want to do it too close up here because of the foliage. Now the stamp is slightly bigger than the ink pad, so I would take your ink pad to the stamp and just tap it. Don't like rock it, just tap it. Okay. It's a bit nerve-wracking, this, because as to whether you've got it inked up. I've not done a brilliant job on that, really, and I thought it wasn't inked properly, but never mind. It's there, it's on. So we can stick that on to our card now. And don't put glue beyond the dots, so do the glue beyond the, I nearly said beyond the sea, before the dots. Love that song, Beyond the Sea. And then we're going to stick that down, like that. Okay. And then you want to have a look at your foliage and see where you'd like to position it. And you'll just see the dots at each side. And then I'm just going to pop the little bird in there like that. And you can do more than one bird if you want to. And you can go off piste. I know you like to do your own thing, those of you who feel a bit more confident. Okay, so that's stuck down. I'll move this because it does look a mess. And then we've got the dreaded ribbon. But I love this ribbon. So I'm going to turn my card upside down. And I want, oh look, I've not really stuck that down very well. And I want it to be over this way. Okay, so actually I think I've got too big a length at one side. So I'm starting, I will start my shoelaces, and then, oh man, I've still got, oh actually I'm going the wrong way. Oh Julie, 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 Julie. That's not a you, Julie from Pudsey. Right, let's just do it. So start off the shoelaces, do a loop, and then do another loop. This is how I do ribbon, and I'm going to cross them over, like making an X, and I'm going to push the one on the right through the back, through the hole, let the tail flip over, and there we go. And get that knot really tight in the middle. Oh, we are quiet today. So this is week 36. Can you believe it, this week? Week 36. It's week 26 of Paper Crafts and Piano on Thursday. And I said to Craig, half a year we've been doing Paper Crafts and Piano. Okay, so there we have the finished card. My stamping's not fantastic, really. But there we have a nice little card. Easy to replicate, easy to do with any other colours, because the green of the leaves goes with anything. And the little bird you could do in different colours. You could do a little brown one. You've just got your... Oh, you've got the wrong dies on. Oh, I'm still zoomed in. I've laid my cards out and I'm still zoomed in. Therapeutic, Lorraine. Very good. So there we have today's card. It's nice, I must say. I do love Christmas. And I do love getting the house Christmassy and stuff. I've gone all out this year. I've got a duvet cover, Christmas duvet cover. Christmas oven gloves. Not got the Christmas tea towels yet. I've got a Christmas doormat. So yeah, I'm trying to be a bit more Christmassy. But it is nice to do cards, I must say, that are not Christmas. I do love when the spring, summer, even though we don't call it the spring summer catalogue. This is it. This is the new catalogue. This is all I can show you. But I can't wait to share it with you more. I'm going to be sharing sneak peeks and stuff too. But I do love it when it comes out, because the colours and the designs, it's just really nice and fresh after Christmas. So I will show you what we're going to do next week. Oh, excuse me, because I have organised that. Now, next week's card, it looks like it's in a bigger envelope or wallet. It's this one, because I've included this piece of 6x6. If you look on the back, it's Bermuda Bay. But this piece of 6x6 is part of the Celebration promotion that starts in January. So rather than cut you a scrap that you need, I thought I would give you a whole piece of paper so you can use it on something else. Oh, Jill, I tell a lie. I've had snowman loo roll in Aldi, from Aldi. We've had snowman toilet roll. Yeah. It was quite luxurious. It took quite a bit to flush down. I don't usually. I normally get not amazingly thick toilet roll from Aldi. I get the 9-pack one. Anyway, but yeah, I tell a lie, we have had the and of course I love my candles, although I am very careful with them if my mum's watching, blowing the candles out. I am, kitchen roll, right. I love my candles, and I love these ones from Home Bargains, and they look like Yankee candles, but they're only $2.99, and they do a gingerbread one, and it's amazing. In fact, I've just finished the gingerbread one, and I think we're on apple and cinnamon or something. But yeah, love the candles. But I am very safety conscious, mum, if you're watching. So this is the card pack, and this is the card that we're going to make next week. So we're doing a little bit of embossing, and we're using completely different colours. We're going a bit more muted in tones, using Rococo Rose next week. So quite a bit of the card has been done for you next week, and there's no ribbon to do, although you could add ribbon on or twine or something if you wanted to. And there's only a little bit of colouring next week. But this is 6 weeks, remember, so there's 6 weeks of cards. So I'll be here next week, and I'll be here on the 22nd, and then I'll be clearing my craft desk until the 29th, I think. Well, I'll probably start putting things back out before then. But yeah, we've got 2 more before Christmas, but there won't be a break. That's what I'm trying to say. There won't be a break in Tuesdays. But if you're busy, then you know you can always catch up like you can on YouTube. So thank you for joining me this morning. I'm going to go pop my next order in, because I've had a few requests for stuff from the clearance, so I need to get cracking and do that now. So I will see you on Thursday night for Paper Crafts and Piano. Please do join us. If you have any Christmas song requests, please can you start submitting them to me, and then Craig can have a look at them and play them for people. That would be, you know, if it's carols or if it's like a Christmas pop song, although I don't think he'll want to play Mariah Carey. But anyway, if you've got any requests, please let me know, and I'll pass them on to Craig. So thanks for tuning in, and please stay safe. And I'm off to make another cup of tea because I've let that one go cold. And I will see you on Thursday night. Bye.